These are the first 3 words you hear when you are born. Despite not being able to understand their meaning, these 3 words will shape the rest of your life. Gender roles are expectations based on whether or not a Y chromosome is present. Gender roles differ with society and time period, but have a constant presence throughout the world and assume physical ability, emotional stability, workplace demeanor, household duties, and economic and political standing.
Media is a reflection of society, as populations dictate its meaning and content. During the 1950s, due to a post-war economic boom, consumer culture experienced an unprecedented increase. A massive rise in television sales contributed to an expansion in advertising opportunities, and this coincided with the upsurge of conformity. Conformist culture, combined with the baby boom, confined women to household duties such as cooking, cleaning, and child-rearing. As seen in the following Pepsi ad from 1957, advertising during this time was often directed at one gender or the other, and there was an utter separation of gender roles in American households.
Our heroine decided to stay beautiful, slim, and attractive, so she went for long walks. And she engaged in competitive sports. Very competitive sports. And she won a lot of trophies. Now there's a romantic couple. Well, she still is beautiful, slim, and attractive. No wonder, since she sensibly follows the modern trend toward lighter diet. And today's Pepsi-Cola goes along.
Though this blatant sexism may appear to be a thing of the past, its underlying message is still directly and indirectly present in current advertisements, particularly in drink advertisements like the Pepsi one. Drinks are non-gendered products, and yet somehow gender roles have found their way into the industry.
Hey, ladies. Enjoying the film? Of course not. Because this is our movie! And Dr. Pepper 10 is our soda. It's only 10 manly calories, but with all 23 flavors of Dr. Pepper. It's what guys want, like this. Catchphrase. So you can keep the romantic comedies and lady drinks. We're good. Dr. Pepper 10, it's not for women.
Dr. Pepper 10, not for women. As a way to increase sales of low-calorie soft drinks among men, Dr. Pepper released this ad campaign that appealed directly to men by alienating women and associating the drink with masculinity. However, this campaign went further than the TV ad. Dr. Pepper created a Facebook page for men only where men can take a man quiz and play in a shooting gallery where they can shoot feminine objects such as lipstick and nail polish. This is part of an overarching campaign among soft drink companies meant to convince men that diet or low-calorie soda is not just for women. Soft drink sales have been decreasing over time, and companies are attempting to attract consumers through unorthodox and offensive advertising.
However, this is not the only example. Sprite's Brutally Refreshing campaign in the United Kingdom used slogans like, "You're not popular, you're easy," and "She's seen more ceilings than Michelangelo." These were blatantly slut-shaming and directly targeted women through social media, despite the slogans having no apparent connection to the drink they were supposed to be advertising.
Gender roles in drink advertisements can be more subtle, but still present, as demonstrated in the Dos Equis beer campaign, The Most Interesting Man in the World. That campaign went national in 2009 and quickly found its way into pop culture. The Most Interesting Man in the World campaign went viral, the amusing advertisements entertaining audiences, so much so that it became a meme. Dos Equis sales soared, more than doubling between 2006 and 2011 to more than 15 million cases, according to Heineken USA. It portrays an older man, often surrounded by younger women, and tells the viewer not only that Dos Equis will make you interesting, it will make you an interesting man. Its instant popularity reflects an important part of American culture based on gender and age expectations.
These campaigns target and exploit men's fear of femininity in any form. As Harvard Business School senior lecturer Jill J. Avery puts it, girls and women seem to have more freedom to consume products and brands commonly associated with the other gender than boys and men, who are more tightly constrained by the prevailing views of masculinity that associate being masculine with avoiding anything feminine. Even products that have nothing to do with gender, like drinks, are victims of this genderization, and since it's usually men who resist what they consider female products, the advertising for these non-gendered products becomes sexist very quickly in order to appeal to the male consumer base.
The society that influences the mindset of the drink commercials is affected by advertising and media from other industries, creating a vicious cycle of sexism. According to a 2007 study, 3 times more males and females are depicted in commercials targeted towards school-aged children. The same study found that males are 3.19 times as likely as each female to be portrayed as an authority figure in television commercials targeted to this age group. Female representation only begins to increase when there is an increase in appearance-based products and feminine products in commercials targeted towards adolescents. Furthermore, a 2010 study from Dr. Martin Eisend found that females represented in television advertising are often less vocal, authoritative, and independent than their male counterparts.
In a 2014 TED Talk, Jean Kilbourne, well known for her pioneering studies of the representation of women in media and advertising, commented on the negative effects of female media portrayal in everyday life.
These images cause real harm to real girls and women. Girls exposed to sexualized images from a young age are more prone to eating disorders, depression, and low self-esteem. Inevitably, the objectification leads to violence, and that's become much more extreme too. These ads don't directly cause violence against women, but they normalize dangerous attitudes, and they create a climate in which women are often seen as things, as objects. And certainly turning a human being into a thing is almost always the first step toward justifying violence against that person. And that step is constantly taken with women and girls. So the violence, the abuse, is partly the chilling but logical result of this kind of objectification.
Kilbourne points out the sexism in advertising, including drink commercials, has real-life effects on gender roles and promotes inequality subtly yet effectively. By demonizing femininity and objectifying women, drink commercials encourage toxic gender ideologies.